Hey everybody, how you doing tonight? Welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're gonna open one of the Mind vs. Might Duel decks, I guess. I hadn't opened one of these before, and I had one sitting around, so I figured why not. So we'll break into it, see what's in there. I figure probably a few people would like to see actually every card that's in the deck without having to go buy one. So I know there's card lists online, you can see what all cards are in here, but hopefully some people are actually benefit from watching it be opened and actually see all the cards for themselves. Oh, hey, there's actually other stuff in here. There's deck boxes and your quick reference guide, of course. And then whatever this is, probably some fold out about the decks. Yep, some fold out. Of course, we got to have ads, you know. They got to try and sell us more stuff because we just bought stuff. But I do like that they put the deck list in here. That is nice. Looks like the other side has the other deck list as well. The Mind. So that I do like. I'm proud of them for doing that, at least. It makes it a lot easier if you do pull the deck apart to try and put it back together, or just, you know, if you want to build it down the road for giggles. I didn't know that, well, I probably knew it, just forgot, because I hadn't opened one of these dual decks somehow, but they come with 2 dice. Ta. Got a black and a green. Do they have the logos? They just got the Planeswalker logos on them. I was hoping they'd have the dual deck logos on them. For some reason, I just, not really intentionally, but I kind of started a collection of the dice because all the different logos. I've got logos way back from the early fat packs. So, anyways, without further ado, let's check out the cards we get in the decks. Of course, we got our Joyra. Joyra's a card I really, you know, I think I've come across it. I've opened it before in boxes, but I never really paid attention to her ability before. And I just kind of saw something about it the other day, and I was like, wow, I want to break that. I want to try to break that so bad. So I think I might try to build a Joyra deck just to see if I can break that ability and do something really stupidly fun with it. A deck that'll probably, like most of my decks, lose 9 times out of 10, but that one time it wins, it's going to be epic, you know? Those are the most fun games to me, you know? I don't care if I have to lose a bunch of times on a deck to get it to work. If I could just get some crazy combo off and have my opponent just be like, what just happened? That's the most fun. All right, looks like we got a Jory and Ruin Diver, Talran Sky Summoner, Sage Eye Avengers, Deep Sea Kraken, The Unspeakable, Quicken, Mind's Desire, Volcanic Vision, Firemind's Foresight, Beacon of Tomorrows, good card. And that's all the rares, I think. That's quite a bit of rares for a dual deck, actually. And then Young Pyromancer. I think you're supposed to have 2 of him in here, if I recall correctly. I did look up the deck list a little bit. Nivix Cyclops, Goblin Electromancer, 2 of those. Oh, there's the other Young Pyromancer. Spellheart Chimera, Nuclevi. And then we got islands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 islands, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mountains. Wow. They didn't really get all fancy with this one, did they? They literally just put 20 lands in a 60-card deck and 10 of each. Reach Through Mists, a couple of those, 2, 3 of those. Peer Through Depths, a lot of looking through things here. Snap, a couple of those. Desperate Ritual. I always liked this card. I think it originally came out in Time Spiral block, which I was playing a lot in that one, and I believe I used this in my Dragonstorm deck for a little bit of ramp in that, and it was fun. Anyway, it created a storm count, plus gave you more mana for it, so a few of these pinging off of each other, and then you know, you splice it onto it, and then recast it a couple times, and then throw that Dragonstorm out there, and bada bing, bada boom. throw 4 either Kakushos or the what was it, Bogarden and Hellkite that would do 5 damage to your opponent when it comes into play. Oh, it was fun. Grape Shot, Rift Bolt, couple 2, 3 of those. Sift Through Sands, 2 of those. Empty the Warrens, Temporal Fissure, Shivan Meteor, good old 13 damage to target creature, and you can suspend it for 3. And then we got a, oh, okay, we do got some more lands. Saltwater Cliffs ×4 in there. And then we got our Goblin token, single-sided, Elemental tokens, Drake, and another Goblin token. So there is the, I believe that's the Mind deck, if I recall. Then we're going to go to the Might deck. Lovisa Cold Eyes. Sounds like most of my ex-girlfriends. Each creature that's a barbarian, a warrior, or a berserker gets +2/+2 and has haste. Wow, that's pretty strong ability. 5-drop for a 3/3. Not great. You definitely got to build a deck around it to make that card worth anything, which is probably why it's not actually worth anything. There's a couple of cards in here worth something, like the Young Pyromancers and the Joyra, and I think the Beacon of Tomorrows, and a couple others. All right, Tolera's Battalion, Rada Hair to Keld. I like the looks of this card. I just love the looks of the card. I think the artwork really matches that whole red, green, and gold scheme going on here. As far as the card itself, it's not bad. It's 2-drop 2/2 that is a mana dork, and when it attacks, you get 2 red to your mana pool. So, not a bad card. I'm surprised it doesn't see a lot more play, but I don't know. Weird. It is really cool artwork. I really like just the look on her face. She's like, yeah, I throw down. All right. Then Zozu the Punisher, he's worth a little bit. Rubber Belt Raiders, Kamal Pitfighter, of course. Call of the Herd, we got 2 of those. Increasing Savagery. Yeah, you gotta increase the savagery. Oh, Coat of Arms. There's the most valuable card in this whole duel deck here. Then we got a Beacon of Destruction. Fun card. And then a Skargan Pit Skulk. Burning Tree Emissary, of course. Gotta have the mana ramp. Crew and Striker. Crew and Striker again. Another Emissary. Another Pit Skulk. Relentless Hunter. Ambassador Oak ×2. Gorehorn Minotaurs ×2. Cloud Crown Oak ×2. Baldweir Intimidator. That dude got one hell of a sunburn. Oh my god, I hope he's got a lot of aloe. Look at that. Oh, could you imagine? Yeah, I've actually gone to the beach a couple times because I live in Florida, and like during the winter time, you know, you get busy, you don't even think about the beach because it's kind of cold out. Well, cold for Florida, you know, which is like, you know, 60s, which is a little too cold to go stay on the beach. We got thin skin down here after you've been here for a long time. But yeah, I forget that I haven't been to the beach in like 6 months, and then I look like that when I leave. It's kind of funny. So I don't have the white beard. Yeah. All right, so moving on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mountains, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 forests. Firebolt, good old Firebolt. Another one, I think, this was Odyssey block, I believe, with the flashback. Yep, a couple of those. Flashback's fun. Guttural Response, basically a red elemental blast that also works with green. And but it only works on blue instant spells. It doesn't work on blue spells, period. Rampant Growth, good old mana ramp. Sylvan Might, little giant growth, but you can flash it back. Harmonize, Beast Attack, Roar of the Worm. This card was a lot of fun when it came out in Odyssey. People were abusing that card. And then we got Rugged Highlands ×4, and then a Beast token, a couple of Elephant tokens, an Elf Warrior token, and a Worm token. I tried to put those together. An Elf Wormier. Elf Wormier. You gotta have the Elf Wormier. All right, so that's everything that's in the deck. Let me know what you guys think. Have you really, did you get into the duel decks? Did you buy those? Did you invest in them? Did you like them? Do you think they were a good idea? Do you think Watsy did a good job with them? You know, let me know. Let me know what you think about these duel decks. You know, they were something that wasn't around when I quit the game 12 years ago. So I'm just now kind of discovering them when I got back in last November here. So I'm not really sure what to think about them. I haven't, you know, because I wasn't around when they were current meta, so I didn't get to play them in the current meta to see if they were, you know, if they would hang at all or not. I don't know. You know, that's how I base my opinion on decks. Like for instance, like these Challenger decks, like this Cavalcade Charge right here. I mean, this hangs in the current meta, no problem. You can just buy this deck for like what, online you can get them like around 20 bucks. In stores, I think retail is like 32 or something like that. But, you know, if you're a beginning player that doesn't have any cards or doesn't have any decks, doesn't know how to build a deck, and wants to, you know, kind of learn how to play and not be embarrassed your first night playing, buy this deck. Go to a local game store where there's some players, and you can probably hang. It's you know, this is a really well built deck. I think all the Challenger 2020 decks are actually really well built, even though they already banned one of them. They banned the Fires of Invention, which is the card that this deck's built around. So I mean, this deck's kind of worthless now. So that's kind of a bummer, but you know, it is what it is. I can see how some people were breaking that card, I guess. But anyways, let me know what you think about all this stuff, about the dual decks and everything. And, you know, I've got a bunch of older videos back from, like, November that are really cool videos. I mean, lottery card pulls and everything that don't have very many views on them. So, you know, if you get bored, go check out some of the older videos on the channel. The newer videos get a lot more views because the channel's starting to ramp up a little bit, which I really appreciate everybody that's been helping out with that. But yeah, go check out some of the older videos. There's some pretty crazy stuff back then. So anyways, hopefully we'll see you guys in a couple other videos. There's probably some suggestions up here of some newer ones, but yeah, check out some older ones if you get a chance, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks guys, bye.